YouTube. My name is Shirria. This is the Shirria Mac channel where I document my journey towards debt freedom, building wealth, and retiring early or becoming work independent as a married woman paying debts alone. If you are new here, thank you so very much for clicking on this video. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so very much for coming back. If you're new and you're a viewer but not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. In today's video, I will be sharing my January Paycheck 2 zero-based budget. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this budget. This is my budget template. It is available on Etsy for $1.25. It is an instant download, so as soon as you pay for the budget template, it is emailed to you. It does come in a Word format so that you can type into it and you can make whatever alterations you would like to make. The one that is downloaded into Etsy, on these tabs, it does say the date that the actual bill is due, but since most of my payments are automated, I don't actually need to keep up with the date. I changed it to actual so that when I come back to do my budget closeouts, I can write, I have a space to write the actual amount in. So you can check that out. The link to my Etsy shop will be listed down in the comment section, in the description box. But if you go search it, it is Shirria Mac Principles. All right, now that I have gotten that commercial out of the way, let's jump right into my budget. All right, so I have zoomed in just a bit and we will go over. I kind of typed this in. I did say in the last budget, and if you have not watched it, go back and check that out. So first things first, my income from my full-time paycheck is $1935.74. My part-time pay is $900. And then I do have a small skincare line where I make natural handmade skincare products. And I had a purchase of $41.80. And so that brings my total income that I am expecting on the 31st or before, but definitely by the 31st, $2,877.54. In my last budget video, I didn't update the numbers, but I am going to update them now. So Christmas, I have a Christmas sinking fund. It is through my local credit union, and $100 is automatically deducted from my paycheck and that coincides with my pay periods, and it is moved into this Christmas sinking fund, and then the funds are released on October 31st, and that is to cover the expenses of my children. So it's released on October 31st, and then it starts back up on November 1st. That is why the amount is at $350 already. It will be $350 once this $50 deposit is made. Then my personal savings, I am saving $225 this pay period, and that will bring my personal savings up to $6,722. I do have a personal savings goal for this year to save an additional $5,000, and that will be going into my personal savings account. That brings my total savings to $7,072. My target debt for this pay period is Lowe's in the amount of $328.80. These are my fixed expenses. My mortgage, I did refinance my mortgage, and now we have a new mortgage payment of $1,003. It was $948 or so, something like that. We refinanced to a 15-year with a 2.65 interest rate, or 2.63, not quite sure, but I know it's 2.6 something. Then my second mortgage is $410. It is actually $397, but at the moment it was $410. It was $403 about 6 months ago, and so I just bumped it up to the next 10, and I just continue to pay that, and $13 goes towards the principal every month. To manage my skincare business website, I do pay Big Cartel $9.99. My Verizon cell phone bill is $85.19. The life insurance for my family is $133.26. Sendle, which is how I send off the packages once they are ordered. I had to send off a package and that was $3.98. And then I added back Audible. There is a previous video that I recorded about this time last year, the things I was willing to sacrifice to become debt free, and Audible was one of them. And I promised myself that once I became credit card debt last year, I would add Audible back into my budget because I love gaining knowledge. And although I am not credit card debt this year, I did pay off my credit cards last year in April, but I am just adding it back into my budget this year in the amount of $15.96, and that comes out on the 26th. Some variable expenses I have. My son needs braces, and so I had to make, he had an appointment not too long ago, and I had to pay $300 because I was not aware of that payment. That payment did go on my credit card. My insurance will reimburse me $150, but even if I do not get that reimbursement in time, if I don't get that reimbursement before the end of the month, I will just deduct another $150 to pay that credit card payment off by the time the bill is due, so that I do not accrue interest. Then my private practice articles. If you're saying, Shirria, that was in your budget last month or my last budget. Yes, it was. And to explain that, my Amazon Amex card was higher than what I thought it was going to be. And because this is not, that had priority. Paying off the Amazon, making that Amazon Amex payment was the priority. And so this had to be put on the back burner, but it will get completed this pay period. And so that brings my total okay, so that brings my total for fixed expenses to $1,168.38. And then the total for my variable expenses is $275, which I add up at the bottom. For cash envelopes this pay period, I am doing $100 worth of groceries because we have a bunch of meat and I'm about to make a bunch of soups. $75 for gas. That is $35 for me. $20 for both of my daughters, just to be fair. Spend money is going to be $100, but there are quite a few things I really need to do that I did not include in the budget, and I just don't want to change my budget again. So this will basically either this will go to the fact that I have to get an oil change and a car inspection, or this will go to the oil change and the car inspection, and I will probably cut this down to $50. But one of the things I need to make sure I do get is my eyebrows waxed. And there is no more offering. There is just tithing, and I need to change this. And this honestly will not go into a cash envelope because we don't go to church anymore. So I pay it via Cash App to my church. But this is my tithing. This is my 10% from my full-time income paycheck. And then I am not paying commissions this pay period or this month because I found an envelope, my commissions cash envelope, that was already stuffed with the $70, $80 that I pay out my children. So that was a win. As for sinking funds, they are very light, but I have the $90 in taxes, and I don't have the total, but I will be updating this when I close this out. Travel will get $150, and my car maintenance will get $150 for a total of $340. Now, so I bring all those numbers down to the bottom, and this is basically where I do all the fun stuff, where I take my total income, I deduct my savings, I deduct the combination of my fixed and variable expenses, minus my sinking funds, minus my envelopes, and then I have this balance, $301.04. And as you can see, this $301.04, the entire thing will go to debt. My target debt for this pay period is Lowe's. This does not cover the balance, which is why I am going to cut my spending fund, my spending cash, by half to $50 to be able to possibly pay this off. But I'm going to wait because the payment for this is on the 5th and my husband makes the minimum payment. So if he makes the minimum payment, which I'm assuming it should remain the same, of $29, despite how much interest that may take out, whatever the difference is, I'm going to take that difference from my spending money and put into paying off my Lowe's card, hopefully. So that is my January paycheck budget. It took a lot of maneuvering. A couple of expenses that threw me off were my son's dentist, dental expenses. I am really considering getting an HSA next time. What is it? Renewal or open season? Is it considered open season? Anyway, you know when you go in and make all the changes to your insurance. But I don't quite understand HSAs. I know it's a tax deduction in the sense that it is before taxes. So it lowers the income so that you are taxed less. But I just don't know, how do you come up with a good number and all of that stuff? And nobody can really explain it to me because that is not something that, no one... Maybe I'm not reaching out to the right people, but I'm asking people in my family, and most of my family members are retired. And when they were working, they didn't utilize the HSA. So I'm going to have to do some research, but if you have any helpful tips, although, open season is not until October, that is something I would like to look into, setting up an HSA. So comment down any helpful tips. Do you have an HSA? Do you like it? Don't like it? Did have one? Now you don't have one? Any helpful tips about an HSA would be helpful. And then if you like this budget template, let me go back up. Again, it is available in my Etsy shop, Shirria Mac Principles, for $1.25, and it is an instant download. You pay $1.25. You get a Word document that you can save to your computer and use unlimitedly. That you have unlimited access to. That is it for my January paycheck zero-based budget. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in following my journey of paying off 6 figures worth of debt, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a video. In attempts to gain 1,000 subscribers more quickly, I am uploading consistently 3 videos 1 week, 2 videos the next week, 3 videos 1 week, 2 videos the next week. Some ongoing series that will be showing up, or one ongoing series that will be showing up, is Student Loan Saving Saturdays. And so I am at the point, I feel, where I am getting ready to start devising a plan for my student loans. And I will start uploading those videos on Student Loan Saving Saturdays or Student Loan Saturdays. I'll go more into that on the next video, or when I get to that point. But stay tuned for the following videos. Make sure you don't miss out on the upcoming videos, which you won't if you're subscribed and you click the notification bell, of my budget closeout, my debt update, and my sinking funds stuffing. Please do remember that the debt-free journey is indeed a journey, not a destination. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.